What is going on, YouTubers? To all you bronies and pegasisters, anime fans and furries, and gamers too, and to all my other viewers, I shall not forget about you. This is Anime Gamer Fanboy, and tonight I am going to be playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Yes, and tonight I am also going to be doing a redo of the podcast. To get into what happened last night. I was podcasting for 3 hours where me and a buddy of mine, we was discussing about what animes should continue, and what ended up happening was the podcast just lost connection. I don't know if the PS4 clonked out. I don't know what exactly happened, but it deleted all the footages, so it deleted all the footage, so I'm just gonna go ahead and. Oh, okay. I need a separate party. Uh, okay. Hold on a sec, guys. I'm trying to get my buddy in here. Okay, create new party. Oh, oh makes create. Okay, and then I'm going to invite. Okay. Alright, guys, but I changed up this topic a bit because we went into territories about what animes should or should not continue. So basically, me and my buddy, we are going to be getting into when he gets in here, we're going to be getting into the premise of what anime should continue and what anime should not continue. I just sent him a message, so while we're waiting for him, I guess I can go ahead and start the dilly dally and get on our merry way with this. Um, I have seen a lot of good anime that always gave us good, cliffhangers. Like they've given us good action, suspense, and there are animes that always do the whole to be continued when they can't get the action in one go. Okay, but we are going to be talking about animes that gave us the season finale of the first or second season, and then pretty much is continuing. But we are also going to be talking about animes that have not continued. So there's going to be a lot on this conversation. But as I said, there is going to be animes that were rumored to be brought up, but for some strange reason, all they were just rumors and scuttlebutt. So,
Hey.
here's my bud. All right. To all you bronies and pegasisters, anime fans and furries, and gamers too, and to all my other viewers, this is Brand in the room.
What up, what up, what up?
Okay, but anyway, guys, as I was saying, I do apologize for what happened last night. As I said, I was streaming for 3 hours, and all of a sudden my PS4 just clonked out, so the data didn't save. So I had to start the whole thing clean blow from scratch. So I guess you can say I had to start a clean blow from chicken feed. So let's get down to the nitty gritty and get under our way and not have a witch cast a spell today.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know I gotta stop, and I know I'm gonna get people who's gonna tell me to stop rhyming like Killer Bee.
Damn.
Okay, anyway, so the first anime we're gonna be talking about is, and I know I brought this up in previous videos if you guys didn't catch it, but the first anime we're gonna be talking about that should continue would be Deers. Now, if you guys don't know the anime or you just haven't seen it, I'll give you the premise. It's one of those sci-fi slash harem kind of animes, but the premise I can give you so far about it is it's about an alien race have to that have to find their masters, you know, because they crash landed in on Earth, but they wear collars, you know. So basically, it's your typical kind of one of those ECCHI animes, along with the, you know, kind of like 50 Shades of Grey stuff, which, you know, but they don't show any of the 50 Shades of Grey stuff, you know. I mean, they'll have the whole collar kink, but, you know, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, how they find their masters is if they is pretty much by random luck. Now, one of them, quote unquote, deers was a zero number, and by a zero number, it was an imperfect model. But yet, she manages to find a master. Now, if you guys want to know the whole premise of the story, the back and all that, I would recommend you check it out first. And like I said, I'll be happy to put the names of the animes in the description. We will talk about when I do the editing. But well, actually, I think I can do that while I'm doing the podcast. So let me see if I can pull up the podcast and do that. Let's see. But Deers, first off, and another thing about Deers, it's one of those animes where you shouldn't watch when your parents are in the room, kind of deal. Because if you read the comic books, and I'm just gonna bring this up about the anime, there are a couple clips where you have to deal with a sex-obsessed teacher. Okay, now, and my advice to you guys, if you're gonna watch this anime, three things. One, make sure you're in a room alone. Okay, because like I said, this anime is risque. Number two, and that would be the second thing, do not. Now, if you're a teenager and your parents are like, "Oh, okay, you can watch whatever," okay. But if you're like, if you're a kid and you're into anime and you watch this, make sure you don't, you know, make sure you don't go flying off the handle when that scene pops up, because, as I said, I did give you guys the warning. It is pretty graphic, so.
Yep.
Yeah. But as I said, uh, here we go. But as I said, though, is that is that it is a good anime in general. But as I said before, it is one of those ECCHIs or etchy kind of things where it'll do a little bit of fan service, but it won't go too much. Okay. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Anime number two, and they gave us a good season finale, but I think they need to do like a good continuation. Now, as I said, I'm not gonna. I might say something by accident about the season finales, but as I said, if you guys don't want spoilers, then the best thing you want to do is not watch this until after you've seen the anime. But or I can just recommend that the animes are really good, and you guys can take my word for it. But Deers, I will admit, it is a pretty good anime. Even though there's some stuff you would have to get over, like well, females wearing collars. That's the one thing that this anime will have the whole time. And there will be some adult themed jokes. Again, there's going to be adult themed jokes. So I'm just saying, if you guys can't handle the adult themed jokes, then I wouldn't recommend you watch it on your good day. Okay? So again, Deers, a real good anime, some adult jokes, some fan service material, but all in all, a real good anime. Okay, anime number two. We are going to go into Sekirei. Now, as I said before, guys, if you want to check out these animes, I will leave the titles in the description by number of how we talk about them. So, anime number two will be Sekirei. Now, Sekirei that one has a lot of fan service. Now, and mind you guys, as I said, it's kind of like Deers, but the premise about this one is very, very different. Basically, how the story goes is it's about a teenager named Minato who flunks out of college, you know, like your typical anime, you know, main character flunks out of college, ends up trying to do something better with his life. Well, let's just say that, in this anime, he really falls, someone falls head over heels or clean 50 feet out of the sky for him. 50 feet out of the sky. Okay. But there's these creations that go around the city called Sekirei. And basically, how the premise of the story is they find their ashikabis, and it's supposed to be like a whole thing of harem, romance, and it's supposed to be have a good storyline. But I'll tell you, there's a few episodes that are tear jerkers. There is a lot of fan service with this one, as I said. So, like Deers, I would recommend if you guys watch this anime, be sure you're in a room alone. Because, as I said before, like with Deers, there's been some incidences in my family with that one, along with this one. If you guys want to hear the story, then I would be more than happy to say it. But, you know, because just pretty much it's bad. Because it happened to a buddy of mine, and believe me, he never even once wants to talk about this again. That's all I'm gonna say. So, and I gotta remember how to spell it though. But Sekirei is not a bad anime. It has it does have some good pulse pounding action, like as in fighting. It does have some good deals, and I already know they're on season 2, which is pure engagement. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
it now the question is, are they going to come out with season 3? Well, let's put it this way: how some anime works is if the anime does sell enough, or basically it does good enough, then technically they are going to be coming out with another season. So, Sekirei is one of those animes where they'll have 2 seasons, and I'm pretty sure if it does well, hold up, especially with the fan service and pretty good storyline. But me, and I'm gonna explain this to you guys. I don't watch these animes for the fan service. Just so we're clear on that one, that I watch them for like the storyline. You know, it's kind of like TV. You watch any episode for like the storyline, the plot. You know, I mean, there are people that'll, yeah, they'll watch it for like the animation or the fan service, but the other people they'll watch it for like the style of the anime, or they'll watch it for like the storyline. You know, so like I said, I am not one to watch it for the fan service. So before anybody calls me out on it or calls me pretty much a pervy sage or any type of anime reference, then no, I am not a pervy sage, but I am a type of person who likes anime. So, and again, Sekirei, but apparently, but to catch you up to speed a bit on Sekirei, the way the Sekirei find their Ashikabi is if they show them kindness and compassion. Okay, and basically, like, if someone risks their lives to protect them, and their hearts beat, and they start heating up, then they find their Ashikabi, and they seal and basically how the anime goes is they seal a contract or a bind with a kiss. Okay, so now if you're in the like the elementary school and you're an anime fan and you're still in that phase where you think kissing's gross, or you know, then this anime is not for you. But if you're a teenager and you're thinking, oh,
Yeah.
okay, you know, this anime is pretty good, okay then. Oh,
Yeah. Elementary kids shouldn't be watching that
look, yeah, I mean, but there are some parents that let their kids watch whatever, you know.
nowadays.
Nowadays, yeah, but we'll talk about that later. So, anime number 2, which will be listed in the description of animes to watch, is Sekirei. Oh, ah. Okay. Um, Anime number 3 we will talk about is uh, whew, uh, Prison School. Okay, this one, this anime, I'm gonna guarantee you guys is a complete WTF. Okay, because Prison School, and from what I get from the premise, it's about, oof,
Hey, Mom.
well, it's about four high school students who get put in the school's juvenile delinquent center or penitentiary, whatever they want to call that. But what happens is they're accused for something they didn't do. Now, basically a standard of any standard of certain anime. Hey, whatever's playing in the background, dude, turn it down.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright, like I said, better to be safe than sorry.
Yes, I was playing Injustice 2.
Okay. Uh, but yeah, but basically throughout the whole episode, there's always perverse moments. And to be fair, guys, if you don't know about this anime, well, first off, Prison School, I would have to say, if you're a teenager or you get kind of the references and everything, okay, you're okay to watch that. But first off, remember some animes are rated TVMA. And
Yes.
yes, and TVMA means not for children under the age of 18 or
Or
lower.
17.
18 or 17. Yeah, thank you. Because
Yeah.
this anime uses all kinds of references or uses all kinds of adult sense of humor. So
Mm-hmm. And
again,
nudity.
and nudity too. So it'll use those kind of references. However, if you're questioning, okay, is that anime continuing? The answer for that one is yes. Because it starts off with boys going to the prison school, but according from what I've seen in the trailer recently, it's girls. So basically what they did was they took one gender, swapped it for the role for the other gender. So basically, yeah. And sorry if I get all flustered talking about this, but as I said before, I've seen the trailer for it. It looked, well, let's put it this way: it looked kind of jacked up, and but I will have to admit, but if you guys did watch what I recommended, watch Mojo's top 10 animes that you shouldn't watch when your parents are around. I already listed off one of them, okay, which was Sekirei, and the other one I just listed off was Prison School. Now, I'm not copying them right off the bat because, like I said, on here, they do tell the reason why it shouldn't be appropriate to watch these. But as I said, I'll leave the names of the animes that we talked about in the description. So, like, if you guys want to look back at the video and check them out, then, you know. Uh, okay, but still, Prison School, still on the fence about it. Will they go into a season 3? I honestly don't know. But as I said about the Sekirei or Deers, the ones that did go into to a second, Deers, and the same thing I said about Deers. If the anime storyline and such holds up, or if the the plot or the adult sense of humor or something goes well with some audiences, then maybe they'll go into production for season 3.
Mm.
That depends, as I said, that depends on certain things. Nah, and normally I don't approve. I don't approve anime fans that are like in middle school and don't know about the birds and the bees to watch this stuff or watch the adult sense of humor kind of stuff. But you know, parents will let their kids watch anything nowadays. So, but there are some parents out there that do be careful on what their kids watch. So,
Yep, yep.
okay. So that aside, we're done talking about prison school. And welcome to the stream, viewer. Sorry to sound like we're ignoring you. If you want to type something, you're more than welcome to. Uh, but anyway, the next anime we're going to be getting into is Rosario Vampire. Okay, this one I have definitely got to admit I did like from the very first time I saw it. Now,
Yeah, it's not that bad.
well, not that bad, but you know, I mean, like they do show pretty good fight scenes. They do, show, but even though the fight scenes are short sometimes.
Yeah.
However, if you guys never seen Rosario Vampire, this one I really can't give you a story premise. But basically, it's one of those animes that is a cross between Halloween and normal. Okay, because first off, I'll give you a bit of a premise here. The main character gets mixed up and ends up going to a school that his dad pretty much made a mistake on. So basically, when he got his admittance form, he gets sent to a school that's like a decked out version of the school from Soul Eater. Now, if you guys never, now we'll talk about Soul Eater in a bit, but if you've never seen Soul Eater, best thing you check that out. Ah, wasn't quick enough. But however, my thoughts and opinions on it. Rosario Vampire is a pretty good anime. It does have some ECCHI moments, but it also has some really good boss battles. Well, not boss battles, but battles, I should put it. Um, there are some times where they'll show some perverse moments, and I'm not going to say where exactly, because like I said, you guys want to check it out, that's your business. But, you know, and if you guys are going to ask me, will it go into the next season? Okay, Rosario Vampire did go into Capu 2, and then after it went through Capu 2, when the first two seasons gave us one heck of a season finale, and I'm talking like one smack dab over the edge, completely action in your face kind of event. Yeah, they went through season 1 and then they went through season 2, giving us two good season finales. Now, season 3, I never did. I did look up the information, and they said they was probably going to go in production of season 3. However, some people say they're not going to do it. Some people say they, you know, and there's been rumors and scuttlebutt online about it probably going on, it probably not going on. So basically, it's a big controversy whether the creators of Rosario Vampire are going to get back on the horse and actually get into season 3. Because if you guys read the mangas, and I mean, like, I don't read the mangas, to be honest. I usually just wait for like the animes to come out because it's a lot better that you watch the anime, know the storyline, and then, you know. Red Wolf, yeah, I kind of know I have static in my mic. I've been trying to get that fixed for ages, buddy. But anyway, guys, but like I was saying though, before my friend Red Wolf came in, is that when with Rosario Vampire, I've been hearing rumors and such about them getting back into Capu 3. On my opinion on that, they should, because Rosario Vampire was the really good anime that you would not comprehend. I mean, like, it would be. I mean, like, it is like a whole heck of a lot better than what you think.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, here's the anime that they need to bring back.
Um, which was what?
Android
I, I know.
Keykider.
Um, Android Peakider. I've never heard of that.
You know, it's a random blue robot.
You mean fully cooly? Because remember we did
No,
talk.
it's anime. It's an anime about a human who turned to a robot, half size red, half size blue.
Huh. I've never heard of that.
Search it up. It's search up red and blue robot anime. Search it up. You should know
Oh,
the show.
yeah. The only one I know that's a red and blue robot is about Conti from fully cooly. Dude, we're getting off topic here though. We're getting off topic.
No, I'm saying they need to bring that show. They
Ah,
need to bring that back though.
sorry guys, I'm having a bit of a technical difficulty here. My keyboard just stopped working, and I'm trying to fix it, but I'm also getting shot up.
Ouch, that sucks.
Yeah, but I can't
But
get the back off.
oh damn.
I'll fix it in a minute. Um, as I said, my friend, he'll help me figure out what anime I did talk about just to put in the description. But like I said, guys, but some of the animes I did talk about, they are good, even though there's some sense of adult humor.
Mhm.
But it isn't that bad, to be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, you should know what I'm talking about though, dude.
No, I.
Yeah, search up red and blue robot anime. You should
All
know.
right, well, we'll talk about that in a minute, okay?
Okay, take your time.
All right, but anyway, so like I was saying, guys, back on the horse with Rosario Vampire. My keyboard is kind of out right now. I'll probably have to get new batteries, like But if I can write them down, I'll possibly tell you guys what I'll put it in the description. Uh, but however, now that we're on the back on the right track, um, but if you guys are thinking, are they going to continue Rosario Vampire? Um, Rosario Vampire, I gotta admit, was a pretty good anime, and they did have a lot of butt kicking episodes. So,
Ouch.
even though it had a little bit of ECCHI and they had a little bit of fan service, I would say yeah, they probably would, because uh, Red Wolf, I know that. I'm just saying for other viewers that if they view this video,
Yeah.
alright, this should give me a little bit of time. Please tell me those take AAA. Doggone it. Uh, give me
What's on, man?
I'm trying to find some batteries. Cause
For your what?
for my keyboard, cause my keyboard's completely out of juice.
Oh damn, that's not good.
I know. I should have gotten those rechargeable batteries when I was over at work yesterday. But
Oh damn.
yeah, but anyway, we'll continue a bit. I'll probably find some in a minute after this match. Um, however, but but yeah, but as I was saying, should they continue Rosario Vampire into Capu 3? Yes, because as I was saying, because like what we'll talk about, they continued certain other animes like One Piece and such.
Yes, they continue One Piece
Mhm.
and case closed.
Yeah, they continue One Piece in case closed to a certain extent. extent.
Yup, two longest animes.
Well, yeah,
But,
but
but
let's
versus
not.
case closed.
Well, yeah, but as I was saying though, but in Rosario Vampire, the reason why they should continue it into Capu 3 is because if you guys read the manga, then you should know about the main character, okay? Because
Baby.
they need to explain that in the anime, like, okay, this is how he gets his abilities or whatnot. And then they need to tell how. Because, as I was saying, I did watch Rosario Vampire and I did watch Rosario Vampire Capu 2, which, again, were two pretty good, reasonable animes. They
Mhm.
were, you know, you know, but anyway, so after that, pretty much, like I said, guys, after this match, I'm going to try to go find some batteries so I can be able to get my keyboard back on track. So, like I said, it'll take me a few minutes after this match. Um, my buddy will talk about some stuff just till I can get some new batteries. I'm pretty sure we got some AA batteries around here in the house, or I'm pretty sure I got some somewhere in my room. I just need to find out where the heck I put them. Uh, but as I was saying though, but but again, and he's gonna help me try to remember to put this in the description. But Rosario Vampire, I have to admit, is if they continue it, I do hope they continue it in the long run because, as I said, it is a pretty good anime. Has a bit of ECCHI, has a bit of Ichi, has a bit like of adult sense of humor, you know. But again, it's pretty good anime and very decent. Okay, the next anime they should continue. Well, anime that they should bring back and continue. Case closed for English dub. Now, and before
Yes, they need to continue. They need to continue the dub version. Yeah.
yes, and before you guys ask why I think they should, is because for one thing, with the English dub version, first off, with the Japanese version, I gotta admit the Japanese voice actor does a good job, but with some of us that always like lose interest because like you have to read the subtitles and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Uh, but I actually thought the English dub version was good. I mean, like they gave the main character, who was Detective Conan, a
Yep.
good detective name.
Yes.
Like they
Yeah, but
and they
sorry,
actually,
but
yeah,
you,
I'm continuing. But the one thing I did thought was clever was that they slipped. They always talked about in the anime. They always talked about Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's works. You know, like Sherlock Holmes, and they even used references like from the original Sherlock Holmes book, The Howls of Baskerville. And before you all ask how I know that, I used to read Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's works when I was like in sixth grade. Okay, so I used to do a lot of heavy reading, and I'm 0 and 22 right
okay.
now. Uh, but
But
as I,
yeah, but yeah, the dub version of Case Closed, my friend told me they fucked it up.
well, yeah, okay, for one thing, your friend, yeah, they might have screwed it up in some aspects. I mean, but everybody watched it for like the plot. Like for each case, they want to watch it about the plot. It's like one of those who done it animes. I mean, like when I was a kid, I mean, like I would be up all night waiting for that show, and then I would always watch. And then when they always show us the clues and stuff like that, it's always one of those things where you
Hmm.
can just put your thinking cap on, and it's like, okay, you know the evidence, you know the crime, but you don't. You know there were three suspects that was in a certain location.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so then you always take your guess, and then at the end of the episode, they always reveal who that was.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. I mean, like every time I would watch it, I mean, like I know I got busted one time by my mom, but when I was
How's
watching it,
that?
well, because I was up when on a school night, just waiting for that episode for the new episode, and when I put the clues together, I mean, like I was thinking, okay, and they was going over a really, really, really good case, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then I was like putting the pieces together. I mean, like I was sitting like this, like I mean, like I was sitting like this, like and I had one of those bubble pipes that I would just act like I'm smoking and thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and my mom almost thought it was a real cigar, but she didn't even know when I was a kid.
Damn.
Cause it was one of those bubble pipes that kids use, like when they're blowing bubbles and stuff.
Damn.
All right, guys. I'm gonna let Brand talk for a bit. Just don't bring up any other animes. Just talk about different things. You know,
Like what?
just talk about anything while I'm getting some batteries. Okay.
Anything like what, for example?
Like just tell them some funny instances that happened in school or something. Just give me just stall some time a bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Back when I was in school, like in fifth grade year, I was wanting to watch Dragon Ball Z at school for my free time because I did all my work, and when my then when I asked my teacher if I can go on Cartoon Network, she said, "No, you're supposed to be on coolmath.com." And I said, "Okay." So I went on Cool Math, but I disobeyed her because I went on Cartoon Network to watch Dragon Ball Z clips. And I started with the intro of Dragon Ball Z, and and then I had my headphones on, and I was jamming, and suddenly I unplugged the headphones just to walk it out, and my teacher was like, "What the fuck?" She turned around and gave it a mean rage face, and then after that I stopped for a second, and I got a little freaked out a little, and I was like, hee 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 hee, I'm just gonna get on cool math. And she said, who the fuck told you to go on there? Uh, you did? No, I did not. I did not. Mm-mm. I did not say that. Hee 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 hee. But, get off the computer. Really? Just get off the computer. And, and I said, but what? And the teacher told me to get off the computer, and I was like, oh, fine. Got angry, and I put my head down and whined, and my friend, he laughed at me. He's like, and I said to him, it's not funny. And he said, yes it is, 'cause you disobeyed her. Well, I deserve to be on Cartoon Network. I deserve it. 'Cause I did all my work, and I'm just a little tired, and I want to be on CartoonNetwork.com. 'Cause it's my free time, not coolmath.com. Like, come on. Like, it's my free time. Like, really, come on, it's my free time. Like, yeah, I need to have my own free time, not to do other schoolwork. not to do other schoolwork. Like, really? Come on. I want to do something else besides coolmath.com. Like, come on. And another time when I cartoon watching Dragon Ball Z, I was jamming the theme song. But that time, the teacher came up to me. The teacher came up to me and smacked me in the head and told me, "Get the fuck off the computer." And at the third time, I was jamming Dragon Ball Z theme song, but she called my name. And then when I didn't hear her name, she came up to me, grabbed me by the cheeks, and grabbed me by the cheeks, and turned my head around at her. And she said, "Mr. Jordan." No, first she's like, "Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan." And she got so mad I couldn't hear her, so she just walked up to me, grabbed by the cheeks and twisted my neck, said, "Mr. Jordan, did you hear me what I said about going on CartoonNetwork.com when you're supposed to be on Cool Math?" And I said, yes, ma'am.
Yo, 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 what is going on, every brony and Pegasister, anime fans and furries and gamers too? I am back and technical difficulty solved, so I'm back in business and ready to continue.
Hold on a
What was
second again. What we say?
what was the anime we talked about previously?
We talked about case closed.
Well, no, the one before that, Sekirei or Rosario Vampire.
We talked about Sekirei first, then what else? Second.
Here, no, we talked about Rosario
Good.
Vampire.
No, the Lost Empire was third.
No, first was Deers, then Sekirei, then Prison School, then Rosario Vampire.
Okay. If fifth is case closed.
Yeah,
So anyway,
yeah.
I'm not done with my story though. I'm not
Okay,
done with
go
my
ahead.
story yet.
Go ahead.
So after that, my teacher said, after that, my teacher gave me lunch detention for a whole week for watching Dragon Ball Z on Cartoon.com.
Okay.
What a classic memory.
Okay. Uh, Again, sorry about that, guys. Technical
And he's
malfunction.
my
Oh.
and just so you know, just so you know, he's anime gamer fanboy. Speaking the devil, he's back.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I had a technical malfunction. My one keyboard. Uh, my keyboard kind of died on me, so I am gonna try to get some rechargeable batteries tomorrow. So, but while we're on the topic, let's get back to the nitty gritty. Uh, First off, I know you got. First off, I don't condone drinking, but bottoms up on this one.
Okay, so next anime or different or same anime?
Different anime because we just discussed case closed.
Okay, next anime will be One Piece.
Well, actually, we shouldn't get into One Piece. I mean, first off, guys, if you're a fan of One Piece, they already do continue because like they go up to like the 800 episodes. So,
Yes, actually almost 800, almost.
well, almost 800. So, if you guys seen that,
Yeah,
if you guys are watching that right now, that's good.
yeah,
But
true. But I'm talking about the dub version. I'm talking about the dub version.
right, and I overheard that they're going to
But
be
they,
going. I overheard that they're
but
going
you're
to
what?
be. I overheard that they're going to be doing the dub version. That they're going to continue on because they already did the 2 years later arc, and they're going to work their way up
Yes.
to the. Yeah, they're going to work their way up.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying that like a few months ago, it got kicked out of Tanami, the dub version,
Yeah, that's true.
which is stupid.
Yeah, I know that. Okay,
Yeah.
but if you guys watch One Piece and you're all caught up, whether it's the Japanese subbed or the English dub, what I would recommend is for that one, if you guys watched all the English dub and you want to continue on, yeah, I saw your message, dude. But
What do you say? What's that?
I was gonna say
Talking about what?
I was talking to Red Wolf, but
Okay.
but as I was saying though, is that if you guys want to watch the animes, like keep up with that, I would recommend you watch the English dub version first, and then you go to the regular version, which I have to admit is 100% good. Subbed or dumb, subbed or dumb. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I guess I got the whole conversation with Deers and explaining that they do the whole collar thing that I just remembered. My sister posted up a thing on my computer about the whole 50 Shades of Grey thing. um, but anyway, like I was saying, if you watch the sub version, like if you watch the dub version up to the good max point, that's good. If you watch the dub version and then watch the sub version, that's good too because you're keeping up. And looking at my messages, one of my boys, Red Wolf, my boy, he brought up they should bring back Blood Brothers, or Black Blood Brothers. Huh? I never heard of that anime.
Really? Never heard of it.
I'll have to see if I. Can you look that up a minute there, Red Wolf, Brand, because I don't think I've heard of that.
What's it called?
Uh, Black Blood.
Black Blood Brothers.
Black Blood. Black Blood Brothers. That's what he said it is.
I never heard that one.
Wait a minute.
I never heard it.
Look at this up. All right. While he's doing that, I'll continue on.
I have never heard of it though.
Well, just look it up.
No, I just did, and I never
Okay.
heard of it. I never seen that one before.
It's a vampire show. Okay, well, I'm guessing there's a good reason why that's been kicked off the air, kicked off the market. I don't know.
Let me send you a picture of it.
I don't think you got me on Skype, dude. But
No, I'm talking about PSN.
sure. Just send me a PSN pic. But I'll get into a match real quick because I don't want to, hold up the line a little too long because I don't want to make things boring. Okay, but the next anime they should continue. Again, guys, sorry if I was gone for so long. Had to look around the house just for an extra battery, so keyboard's gonna be working. I might get me some rechargeable batteries tomorrow because like I said. So, oh come on, give me a break and give me some capture the flag. You son of a gun.
But they need to bring back fooly cooly though.
Yeah, flcl, fooly cooly. Now, if you guys never heard of that one is amazing. Now,
Yes, I know.
There are some jacked up scenes to it, which I'm gonna be honest about it. There are some jacked up scenes. And there are some perverse moments, but again, as I said, like Deers or like Sekirei or like any other anime I brought up that has some adult-themed jokes or stuff like that, I would recommend checking out because like I said, I don't watch it for the fan service. I watch it for like the storyline, the plot. Other than that, and yes, Red Wolf, I know they only made 6 episodes. Oh, well, no, they didn't make no 6 episodes. Hold on, I got the DVD box set. Give me a minute. I got the DVD box set. Give me 1 second, guys. But if you guys ever go to your local DVD store, here's what it looks like. It is this is a pretty good anime. And if I recall correctly, oh, well, how do you like that? Okay, well, you were right. They only made 6 episodes, but I honestly think they should make a second season because even though it's a six episode anime, they did give us some pretty good stuff. Good choice of artwork. You know, let me go put this back. But they did give us some good choice of artwork and such, and they
Here you go,
did.
man.
Yeah, I'll check out that message in a minute. But they did give us some good choice of artwork and good choice of animation, even though some of it was pretty good, like comedy skits. Uh, alright, alright, I'm gonna check out that message real quick. I've seen a clip of that once or twice. Um, but yeah, back to what I was saying, guys, is that some animes. There we go. But as I said, is that Fully Cooly was a pretty good anime, even though it was 6 animes in. Uh, you know, they should still come up with a second season. You know.
I'm back.
Uh,
Remember it now?
mhm.
Okay.
But even though, as my friend Red Wolf brought up, even though Fully Cooly was 6 episodes long, they still gave us a good season finale. They still actually gave us some pretty good storyline. So again, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not even though it was a short anime, I'm not gonna justify that was short, but they did give us a good storyline. So again, even though it's a short anime series, I will put it up underneath the animes talked about. So
Yep. But they are continuing. You are going to the next anime, or we still talking the same anime?
we can move on to the next anime.
Okay, but they are still continuing the Dragon Ball series with Dragon Ball
Oh
Super.
yeah, if you guys watch that, if you guys are a fan, if you guys are a fan of Dragon Ball Z, okay, well, players stop coming in, going out, coming in, going out, coming in, going out. Hey, let me see if I can find another lobby. That's getting irritating. But as I was saying, guys, is that if you guys are fans of Dragon Ball Z, then you guys should know this. But they started out with Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball Z, then Dragon Ball GT, then
Dragon
Dragon,
Ball Super,
yeah, then Dragon Ball Super,
which they,
which
which they really, which they really skipped the GT, then Super.
well, it didn't. Yeah, well, even though they did bring up some GT, um, okay, but like I said, with some animes that are very popular, like Naruto and such, then we're not gonna bring those up. Like example, gotcha, you little pest.
Like on Dragon Ball Super, it took place after Z and before GT.
Yeah, but like I was
So
trying, like what I was trying to say is there are some animes we won't be discussing on this. We're talking about animes that should continue. Okay, so the ones that we aren't mentioning on this list, if popular with the people, as in Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, One Piece, Naruto, Naruto Shippuden, and Naruto,
Boruto,
yeah, Boruto, the Next Generation.
Boruto, Naruto, Next Generation, yeah.
Yeah. So those are animes we shouldn't be talking about right now. We need to be talking about animes that are continuing.
Yeah, they need to continue Bleach. They need to continue with Bleach.
Exactly. Now, if all of you have seen Bleach, the premise, and you guys know the storyline about it. The you guys need to know that they need to continue that one, and I mean like because their episodes were like really one. They should bring back. We'll talk about that one in a minute, Red Wolf. Just letting
What's
you know
that? Bring
that.
back what?
We'll talk about that one in a minute. All right.
What's
But
that?
I was talking to my friend Red Wolf.
No, what show he's trying to bring up?
High School of the Dead.
Oh,
Like I
okay.
said, we're not. Yeah, like I said, we're not gonna be Billy. We're not gonna be jumpy here because we, like I said, we're taking this one step at a time. But
Yeah, but
Bleach,
they need to bring back Bleach. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, cause with Bleach, guys, I gotta be honest with you. They did give a good storyline. They did give a good plot,
Yes.
and they did go up to the battle until they hit the end series when they had to fight one on one with one of the main villains, which was I think it was Aizen. I forget exactly, but
Yes. Before he told me he starts with a kill.
no. That was one of his new abilities, or what he
Okay.
was part of. But
Mhm.
but apparently, I did read. Well, I didn't read the graphic novel, The Bleach guys, but I've been hearing rumors about him obtaining a new ability.
Mhm.
And at first I thought that okay, we already
Booyah.
know he has specific stuff. So like we already know he's a Soul Reaper. We already know he's a Hollow, part Soul Reaper,
Mhm.
part Hollow. But excuse me. But they also bring up that he's what the one character with the glasses is. I always forget what he's called. He's not called Udohara. If anybody can tell me the name of the character, like the character that wears all white in the episode and use like the bow and arrow, I always forget his name for
All
some.
right, with bow and arrow. I can help with
Okay,
that.
hey, Red Wolf, would you quit jumping the gun? We will get to those conversations. Please quit jumping the gun. He's not called Udohara. I know that because Udohara is like the shopkeeper that wears the wacky hat, like the one that looks like a combination of a fedora kind of deal.
Bleach, bow and arrow.
But but he's the one that wears all white. He wears the glasses and he's good like with everything in school.
Wait, I think I know his name. Is Uryu Isida.
Udiyu. Yeah, that's the one.
Uryu.
Udiyu. Yeah, Udiyu.
Uryu Isida.
Yeah, I had to stop and
Ishida.
think. Yeah, I had to stop and think for a minute. Thanks for helping me out there.
You're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, but but basically though, according to some people, that if you guys read the graphic novels ahead of time while the episodes were going, apparently they get farther in the graphic novel where he shows one more part of his ability. Now, whether that ability is true or not, I'm not gonna. If you guys are reading the graphic novel, I'm not gonna spoil it. But however, we are gonna. But they should bring back Bleach because, like I said, like with One Piece, they need to keep up with Bleach, like in the certain aspects.
Yup,
And
got that right.
I mean, because like I said, with One Piece, they are up in the 800s, and I think Bleach stopped
Yup.
off at
And then
and I think Bleach stopped off like what at the 200s to 300s, or
on the dub version,
well, on the dub version. Yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah, I think it stopped. Well, the thing is stopped at probably 500 on the dub version, maybe.
Well, yeah, because I think I know the last fight that they stopped on was the fight with Aizen.
Yeah. Eisen, you say?
Yeah, Aizen. You know the one guy.
Yeah. I know you're talking about though.
Oh no.
Eisen. Actually, it was when they saved Ace. It was when Ace died. Yeah, they stopped that there. When Ace died.
Well, on the English dub version of One Piece.
On the dub version, dub version stopped that when Ace died.
Yeah. But we're talking about Bleach, not One Piece. Like I said, we're
Oh,
one.
oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You already talking about the dub version
Yeah.
of One Piece. You said dub version of One
No,
Piece.
I meant to say the dub version of Bleach. Sorry about that. But
Oh, I'm
no,
sorry.
according to Red Wolf, he said they stopped at 366.
Actually, 265. It was total
Oh
of
yeah,
Bleach.
yeah,
265 total on Bleach.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna agree with both of you there
Yeah,
because I think one of you is a number too high and one of you is a number too low. But
yeah, because when I looked up on Hulu, it ended on 365. Oh,
but I'm guessing Hulu didn't get the last episode. So, but anyway,
wait,
guys.
it didn't get the last episode.
Okay, but anyway, okay, okay, Red Wolf. Let's stay to our corners and let's keep cool. Keep it clean, fellas.
Why, how many episodes do you think it ended?
Well, to be honest, I think you're both on a standstill. I think it ended at 365, but Red Wolf says it ends at 366, and so,
Okay.
and he says he has it pulled up. But again, guys, just so we don't pick up a fight here on the stream, um, Bleach, my honest opinion, I thought was a really good anime. It had real
Yes, it
good,
is.
it had real good,
Story
yeah, a good story, a good plot. The way
and
they
good
brought up,
powers.
yeah, and good powers, and they also brought up their characters a little bit well. Although
Hmm.
although they did follow the same cliche formula. And what I mean by cliche formula, it means like a high school student always getting themselves into something that they shouldn't.
Hmm.
Okay, but as I was saying, I will put that under as an anime recommendation. So, okay. Now, I'm going to bring up some animes that Red Wolf put on the table. Um, and I don't know anything about this, so if you guys know about it, don't, rip my head off if I'm not perfect about it. But the one anime that he brought up first was called Black Blood Brothers. And from what he explained to me, what the way he explained it to me was it's a vampire anime. I'm guessing it's one of those type of vampire slayer animes. So again, I don't know much about it, but because I've never watched it. So my only question is so if you guys are gonna ask how should I know about it, just through my friend. Um, but basically, if it's one of those vampire anime hunter shows, then basically what they need to do is do a continuation on what they should do, you know. But should it come back and go into a second season? Even though I don't know the storyline or anything, but for for interest, I might because like I said, I might check it out sometime. Yeah, I might check it out. I might check it out if they come back with a second season. I might go back to it. So, again, if you guys seen it, comment down below on how good it is, and if I get enough recommendations for it, I might do a live stream where I might just comment on it. But as I said, it's gonna be one of those animes where I'm kind of on the bridge. But should they get a second season? Yeah, I think they should. But like I said, with some animes, like if they're good with architecture or the sense of humor or with the action, suspense, all that stuff, then yes, I think they should.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Okay. Red Wolf, like I said, I would have to see the anime on my own. I know you're trying to explain it to me and try to help me out here, okay? I'm not trying to sound annoyed, but you know, like I said, we're gonna try to do all kinds of topics here. Cause I gotta make up the 3-hour stream that I was supposed to get done, but of course it got jacked up. So okay, so like I said, I will possibly check into it. I'm not like I said, I'm not trying to sound PO'd, but you know, but as what you guys see, my friend said, apparently he said it's a vampire anime about two brothers who are trying to get into the safe zone that goes to New Japan.
Yeah,
Alright?
but I never seen the show though.
Yeah, I've never seen the show though either, so he's giving me a description of it. Like I said, I will check it out if you guys want to recommend it down below, and I will possibly do like a live stream, and I'll give you guys my thoughts and opinion on it. So, but I'll still put it on the recommendations list that we talked about it. So, and like I said, it'll be in the recommendations list. Every anime we talked about tonight will be in the recommendations list. So if you guys want to check it out, all the titles will be there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, oh yeah, I gotta put that at the top too. So just to make sure. Okay, but to continue on, we are on anime 9. So
Which that would be.
well actually, yeah, we're gonna be talking about High School of the Dead. Okay,
Oh,
now,
okay.
okay, now if you guys seen this one, I'll be surprised, you know. But if you guys don't know of it, High School of the Dead is like one of those zombie apocalyptic animes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like this anime, I mean, like it is good and scary, but it's also bad. So like if you got one of those, but if you like live in one of those households where your mother always guards what you watch because of some inappropriate or vice versa, this anime isn't for you, first of all. So if you want to skip ahead to the next, that's your call. If you want to hear it, again, your call. But in this anime, it's basically about okay, Red Wolf. Thank you for the info. Like I said, we said they were close to about 800 episodes, so we were a little bit accurate. Okay. So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I'm not trying to sound PO'd. I'm just trying to keep my head here. Path. We're not trying to jump around. Anywho, guys, let me get a quick drink here. Besides, I'm almost down a bit. Whew. I definitely. Oh yeah. Too bad today's Sunday. I should buy me more Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah.
They're really
Cause
good. They're really good. Mike's Hard Lemonade.
yeah. But but the one that we're talking about, guys, High School of the Dead. Now, if you guys haven't seen that one, it is a zombie apocalyptic anime about high school survivors. Now, I gotta admit, it's no Zombie Land. Like, if you guys seen the movie Zombie Land, but it's not really
Me
a.
too.
Yeah, thank you. But it's not really a bad anime. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those on the plane of between good and evil animes. What I think of the storyline, well, it's actually kind of good. Because it's about students from a high school who who have to survive a zombie apocalypse, and they end up, you know, trying to, of course, get through to survive and trying to, but they use creative resources to make weapons. Now, mind you guys, this is kind of like the, and I've never seen it, but I've seen like the Telltale game footage of it, but it's kind of like the Walking Dead. You go places, you scavenge for food, you scavenge for ammo, you scavenge for weaponry. And I gotta admit, though, the anime, and, like I said, I know I'm making a pretty good comparison here. But if you also watch The Walking Dead on AMC, which I've never watched yet, so I might get into it. But basically,
Yeah, I heard
though,
it's good though.
yeah, I'm actually might consider watching it on YouTube, like checking out the episodes, as long as my family
It
don't.
wasn't on Netflix though.
Yeah, well, because basically the one they got is Fear the Walking Dead.
Mm.
I think that's the
Yeah,
new
but
season
most
of
of
it.
your family.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
we're
true.
we're getting off topic. We're getting off topic.
But you say most of your family. We about to say most of your family.
Yeah, but most of my family usually flip out when I watch that kind of stuff. So, 'cause
Oh,
I
okay.
could, yeah. But again, yes, I know you're just helping, man. I know. But as I was saying though, but with High School of the Dead, I really think they should continue into a second season because the storyline is pretty good. It's kind of based. It's kind of also. It's kind of got that Walking Dead meets Zombieland kind of vibe. Because in the anime, you do
Yeah,
you do have some funny moments, but then you got some tearjerker moments and some bad heartfelt moments.
and kind of like the high school horror movies too.
Yeah, yeah, kind of like that too. Unless you don't count the scary movies, like the parody spoofs of horror movies.
No, like scary movie. Not talking about that.
Yeah, I'm just saying you don't count those because those are just comedy spoofs. But
Yes, true.
but yeah, but High School of the Dead was a pretty good anime, very decent, very tear jerking. Um, Even they showed a smidge of the romance in the romance department. They showed a smidge, and when I mean a smidge, I mean like a tiny percentage. But all in all, I have to admit, it was a real good anime. I mean, there were no flaws with it. Yes, Red Wolf, I know, I'm trying hard not to throw spoilers in the mix, is what I'm saying here. I'm not trying to throw spoilers in. And I just said there are tear jerkers moments. But even so, should they continue on with the second season of High School of the Dead? Honestly, I would say yeah, because they left us off with a pretty good cliffhanger on what would happen to the main characters or what would happen pretty much to all of them. I mean,
Mm.
it's like when you play the Walking Dead Telltale series games. Well, I know, but that's kind of giving a hint on what happens. That's kind of giving a hint
Mm-hmm.
there, dude. But shoot. But even so, guys, but High School of the Dead, I honestly think they do need to continue it because it's like they do give us the season finale and they tell us exactly what's going down. I know you're trying to help, man. I know you're trying to help. When you get your PS4 back, man, you should try to help me out with the podcast. But yeah, but anyway, like I said, sorry about that. But as I was saying though, with the High School of the Dead, I think they should go into the second season, and they should like explain like what exactly for each character, like if they like, because that's like saying you watch The Walking Dead, or if you ever think they're gonna find salvation, or you ever think they're gonna get back home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those animes, they give you good cliffhangers, they give you good everything, but then they're always questioning you, like giving you what ifs, what ifs, what ifs. And it's like that. They just constantly give you what if questions, like you know. It's kind of like any other zombie TV show. They give you like what ifs, like what if one of the characters were never bitten, or what if the zombie apocalypse never started, or stuff like that. Yes, and a lot of blood, and that's another thing I'm going to warn you guys about. I almost said The Walking Dead there. Um, High School of the Dead has a lot of blood. Now, if you're squeamish about certain types of anime with blood, or you're just not too sure about it, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, if you're too squeamish with blood, I would recommend that you avoid as much as possible, because, as I said, the blood level in this goes like between, like, think of the worst horror movie you've ever seen with a lot of blood, and take it with the worst anime that you've seen with a lot of blood. Put it together, that's how bad it is, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
However, I did think I did think the anime was pretty good, so you know. So should they continue it?
Excuse me. Sorry.
So it's all right. So should they continue it? My verdict on that one, I would say, yeah, they should, because, like I said, they give you a good backstory about certain characters. They tell you precisely about what should go on, and the top of the A list, the playlist, they always. Well, I'm just saying, like, there are certain people that are squeamish about blood, So, like I said, I'm not gonna recommend it to people who are too squeamish. If you guys want to check it out, hey, go for it. But if it's not your cup of tea, as I said, I'm not gonna critique you. But as I said, it's just one of those things where you can't, if it's not your cup of tea, you don't have to watch it. So I'll go ahead and put that down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, Next anime, which Red Wolf brought up to my attention, uh, Elfen Lied, or Elfen Lead. What can I say about that one? Uh, Honestly, the Elfen Lied, I did see that anime like a ways back, and to be honest, I honestly thought that it was like completely WTF. Like the beginning of it, WTF. Like
Mm-hmm.
they shouldn't even brought it up. You know, but when I got through the series, I kind of saw the reason why they brought it up, or why they would make an anime like that, because they wanted to show an anime that's like dark. Like with some animes they want to show dark, but should they make a second season? Honestly, I don't think they should, but part of me thinks they should.
You're making
So,
a fanboy.
yeah,
I'll be right back.
alrighty. And to all you guys who are Elfen Lied fans, I'm gonna explain this to you. Basically, the reason why he said he'd be right back. But basically, the reason why I think they shouldn't make second season is because the first season was kind of dark. Like, I
I'm back.
understand. Okay, that was quick. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause I
but
was trying to see. Yeah, I was trying to tell Raquel something because she sent me a party invite, but
um,
never mind.
oh, okay. I'm guessing she was still yelling.
What do you say?
I'm guessing she was
No,
still.
yeah, 'cause no, when I went to the party invite, she quit the party. I'm guessing.
All right. Yeah, but anyway, back to what I was saying though. is that with the Elfen Lied, it was kind of dark. You know, it was one of those animes that were dark, gruesome. Should I think it continue? It should continue into a second season. Um, I would say kind of yes, but kind of no. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. I had to top off.
Mm-hmm.
Because it had peach lemonade. It's peach lemonade. um, but anywho, as I was explaining, but the anime, to be fair, guys, I'll give you the reason why I say sorta. Sorta because when they told, yeah, I know you liked it, but I don't know if other people like it. But basically, what goes on is it's like twisted, you know, like if you're into twisted stuff, I can understand that. But they also show like show stuff that really shouldn't be seen that the human's eyes can handle. So there's one reason why I think it shouldn't go into the second season. The reason why I think it should is because it had some good battle sequences. Okay, like it had some pretty good battles, even though the anime had a lot of uh, I really don't want to say it because it'll make me queasy, and I don't want to lose my drink.
Yeah, true.
But I gotta face it anyway. So, but it had
You
a
you really gonna do it? You really gonna say it?
yeah. I'm actually going to
Okay.
because I think it
Go
should.
right ahead.
But it has a lot of decapitation, and what I mean, and okay, Red Wolf, I will get to those animes. We're taking this one step at a time. It's like riding a bike. You gotta take it one step at a time, okay?
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes, Red Wolf. Take your time, man.
Ah, sorry. Like I said, my mind's been bouncy ever since work. Um,
Damn, that sucks.
I know. But basically, but the anime has a lot of decapitation. You know, like someone loses an arm, someone loses a leg, you know, stuff like that. Not gonna say which episode because if you guys want to check that out for yourselves, like I said, that's all up to you. But and the reason why I wouldn't recommend this to kids under the age of under the TVMA radar is because of parents.
Yes, got that right.
Because there are some parents that actually believe that kids would actually stoop to that level. Okay, well, I know Red Wolf, and like I said, I don't mean to sound PO'd. I'm just saying, like, my brain's been jumpy since work. Okay, so...
You want to invite her? Anime game fanboy?
Who?
Flcl?
Let's not do, because like I said, with her mic, it's pretty, if the yelling comes back around, I don't want it to, you know, interfere with the video, so...
Oh,
You know,
okay, okay.
and she was understandable when we talked about it, so...
Anyway, because she sent me party invite twice though, basically.
Alright, well, why don't you go talk to her a bit, you know, and just, you know...
No,
I'll
no,
t-
no, 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 no.
No,
I'll help you.
no, dude, it's alright. You just what I'll do is I'll stall for time a bit. You know, talk about the enemies that popped up. You go talk to her for a bit. You know, just explain to her what's up, and then, you know, and like I said, I mean, like she was understandable when we talked about the whole thing with her mic. No,
Okay, okay.
so I'll stall for time like you did for me, and then I'll just I'll do what I can. Okay.
Okay, you can continue with the animes out. You can start the animes though. You can continue though. What you're saying.
All right, and well, all right, but you just go talk to Raquel for a bit, and then I'll handle things here, and then just come back when you're done. Okay.
Okay, all right. I'll do that.
All right, man.
See you a bit.
See you in a bit. Alright guys, sorry about that. I'm letting my friend take a bit of a break, talk to his girl. You know, like pulling up a Digimon thing for a moment. I'm gonna let him have a little moment tie. Sorry guys, I like doing that for some reason. But yeah, but like I was saying though, with Elfen Lied, while I think about it, the anime does have a lot of decapitation, and like I said, I won't recommend animes that, like I said, I'll bring them up, you know, like give you my point of view on what I think about them. If you guys want to check them out, hey, that's your corned beef and hash. I say you just check it out if it's what you want to do. should they do a second season? Honestly, if they're one sec, guys. One sec. Hate this door. Okay. But from what I was saying was that should they continue into second season? I would say 50-50 yes and 50-50 no. But like I said, it just depends on like the type of people that watch it, the type of people that do that kind of stuff. You know, and it depends on the artwork and the salaries of it. So, like I said, it depends on how the animation goes. But I'll type that down in a minute. I gotta pay attention on my match here. Uh, however, okay, hold on. I'll go ahead and type that down real quick. Okay, so we went over elfen lied. Make sure I type that in right. Oh, no, it's EL. Okay. Uh, the next anime we'll go into is now he just brought it up. Did High School of the Dead, did Elfen Lied, uh, Death Note. Okay, what can I say about Death Note? Uh, Death Note, I would have to say, was a pretty good and decent anime. As I said before, it was a bit dark. Uh, yeah, man, but like I said, let me cover this one first, and then I'll continue on with the next one. But, but as I said, Death Note was pretty dark. It was one of those animes where it's basically like a jacked up version of the judicial branch. Nah, 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 nah. Like I mean, like but basically in the anime, it had a jacked up justice system. Not judicial branch. I mean, sorry guys, like I said, my brain's a little jumpy all over the place. Because my brain's bouncing around like a super bouncy ball, like going crazy all over the head. Um, but what I was trying to say was that, but basically the main character tries to study hard to get into the justice system. However, he finds out that in the hard way that the justice system is pretty jacked. And so, with nothing he can do, he stumbles upon something that is basically supernatural and takes matters into his own hands. Now, the anime, I have to admit, had some pretty good uh, storytelling. It had some pretty good plot, and it was one of those animes that you would that that was like um, like in the genre of what the heck did I just watch between WTF did I just watch? So, however, the season finale, I have to admit, uh, it was pretty good because the whole anime was like a whole game of cat and mouse. Like like any detective anime, like any anime that has a villain, a detective, it's been a whole game of cat and mouse. It's kind of like the Mad version of. It's kind of like the Spy versus Spy from Mad TV. That's a good way of putting it.
I'm back.
Did you have fun with having a little moment die with your girl?
And she didn't came to the party.
Hmm. All right, but you know, so as I said before, guys, Death Note. I'll just say it's a
You
good
talk about
anime.
Death Note?
Yeah, I would say it's
Yeah,
a.
I
Oh,
can get into Death Note somehow.
yeah. Well, I have a couple of the movies, like the Japanese made, but they were English dub. But they're kind of like those old martial arts movies. Like they like the dubbing will be off. You know, like the
Hmm.
Bruce Lee movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, they're not that bad. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
true.
Yeah,
But people back when I was in high school, a lot of people wearing Death Note shirts.
I actually got one. Uh, but anyway, but yeah, but should they go into a second season? Mm, I actually would say so, because for one thing, like we said, they gave us a good finale. But they need to try to they need to try to. Okay, that's cool, man. But they need to try to get back into the season, like
Hmm.
yeah, they need to try to get back into the season of Death Note, because like I said, I used to watch that all the time. But there were a few episodes that were kind of twisted that I literally got out of it. So,
Hmm.
but but I did manage to watch through the season finale. So, like I said, the season finale was pretty good. Um, my verdict on that one is I think they should do a second season of Death Note, and I think they need to get back on the horse with that one. So, yeah.
Hmm.
So, okay. 12th anime we'll talk about. Red Wolf, you said you had another anime that they should continue, or yeah, and there is a animes like I said. This podcast is animes that should and should not be continued. I think I should bring. Alright, I'm gonna bring up an anime that should not be continued, and my reason. Um, One anime that should not be continued is Hell Girl. Now,
Oh yeah.
before you guys ask me about that one, Hell Girl was pretty jacked up. The midst of the story is that, basically someone who's guilty blames an innocent, but the innocent finds out that they're the guilty ones. So when they try to turn them in, the judicial branch or the justice system. I'm sorry, guys. I keep saying judicial branch for some reason. My brain is not with me. Like I said, bouncing around like a super bouncy ball.
Damn.
Uh, but they try to turn him into the justice system, but however, the justice system doesn't do anything. They get the one who's guilty story, and then they pretty much
Hmm.
blame the innocent. So they heard rumors from a website about Hellgirl, and basically how the legend goes is you go onto this website, you type their name in, you type in the guilty's name, and then what they do is you make a deal to have the guilty punished.
Ooh.
So yeah, but there's a catch. She lets you live until your time is up, but once when you pass on, you become part of her covenant,
Hmm.
which is a bad thing because you're evidently making a deal with the devil. So basically, it's like the devil went down to Georgia. Now, if y'all never heard that song, basically a boy bets his soul against a fiddle of gold. Okay, it's kind of like the same thing with they did a spoof on Futurama where Fry makes a deal with the devil. And now, if you guys seen Futurama, which again, I'm not gonna put this in the list of recommendations, but like I said, Hellgirl, I would stay away from because they showed a lot of jacked up stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
there were episodes that were so bad, I almost literally lost my supper.
Really?
Uh-huh. I mean, like, they were so... Yeah, and when I tried to get to sleep, I was like, okay, I cannot fucking sleep. I have to get up, move around, you know. So
Yeah, tell me about it.
they were bad. And pardon my language, my faux pas in the language, but they were bad, like, you wouldn't believe. So,
Yeah.
but like I said, but basically, I wouldn't recommend you guys watch Hellgirl because basically the whole anime is so jacked up. It's like the creators of it took a Moby Dick's bong, stuffed it with catnip, weed, marijuana, any other drug you can think of, and then just lit that thing up. That's how bad it
Yep.
was. That's how bad it was. I'm sticking to it.
You
Should they
got
get
that
it?
right.
Should it get a second season? No, it should not.
Nope.
It should stay off the air. It should not get a second season. It's a second season should never see the light of day. Mm-mm.
Yep, got that right.
Uh, speaking of okay, but anyway, Red Wolf, you said you had one more. I'm all ears. Ouch.
But there's the one anime they shouldn't bring back.
Uh, well, let's do
It
Red
was,
Wolves. Let's do Red Wolves first, and then we'll do Angelic Lair. Uh, give me a minute. I gotta look that up. Let's see.
excuse me.
An Angelic Lair. Uh, Angelic Lair is a manga series released by Clamp. The manga is published in Japan by Kawada, so in English originally by Tokyo Pop, but as a by Dog Horse Comics. Hmm. Ah. I've never seen this anime, dude. Like I said, there are some animes that I haven't seen. Uh, but this actually looks like a pretty good, pretty good anime.
Hmm.
It looks like a pretty good anime. Okay, if you say it's good for all ages, I would agree on that one. Uh, I think I've seen a clip or two of it, but it was like a long time ago because I never got into it. Um, should they get? Even though I've never seen the anime, by the looks of it, it should get a second season. Will I eventually look into it? If you guys comment down below, I will possibly look into it. Like same thing with the previous anime I've said. Uh, I think I said it was Black Brother Blood, and this
Yep.
one. If you guys comment down below, I'll check it out, and when I do another live stream, I'll give my thoughts and opinion on it.
Okay.
Uh, so Angelic Lair and Black Blood Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta actually try to say that. Um. Okay, now but should they get a second season? Yeah, they would. Should exactly.
Yep.
Okay, Angelic Lair. Okay, now you said there was an anime that you don't think should continue.
Y-
Brand.
yes, yes. And I forgot what it's called though, but I've been seeing gifs of it on Facebook from my friends share.
Hmm.
It's those giant, it's those giant killer rabbits-like creatures, and it loves to eat people.
Huh. I think I've actually seen a clip of that. I think I've seen that one. Um, I don't know the name of the anime, but I know it was one of those horror types.
Yeah. And I nearly lost my supper from that one scene.
Oh,
Or did I want to bring that up?
well, dude, like I said, I was brave enough to bring up my shortcomings, so.
Yeah, that one time where they have people in a bowl, and then the rabbits use the electric stirrer and make people make the blood and it have blood soup. So yeah,
I remember that one. I remember seeing that scene.
yeah, I nearly lost my appetite from that one part.
Hey, after seeing that part, I wouldn't eat I wouldn't eat canned tomato soup for 2 days.
Dang.
Okay, but
But
yeah,
I was a but I was a vegan though when I saw that scene. I became a vegan
yeah,
one
maybe,
day.
yeah, I'm just taking a guess here, but maybe Red Wolf can help us out with that. Red Wolf, from the description of the anime you heard, can you tell us what anime that is? About an anime where they have giant rabbit monsters eating people.
Even though he didn't know, I don't want to know.
Well, I think it's best we find out the name of the show so that way we don't so we can tell people that we don't condone on recommending this. If you guys since it's
Yep.
something, yeah.
Yeah. Got that right.
And I'm trying to get my bloodthirsties for this dang Vesper, but I can't get. Every time I try to get, I get 3 or 4. I end up getting killed.
Dang.
Yeah. And he
But
said,
still,
give.
that and what you gonna say?
I was gonna say he said give him a minute.
Okay. But still, that anime makes me a vegan.
It shouldn't make you completely a vegan. I mean, like like you should be able to eat like steaks, meat, and stuff like that. You know.
Yup. Mhm. When I saw
Uh,
that one scene, yeah.
ah, uh, yeah. I mean, like what really made me sick was when they showed the scene about those rabbit beasts pulling the humans apart, like ripping their arms off, ripping their legs off, and stuff like
Mhm.
that. I literally was like, oh dear lord.
Yeah. I
I
know. I hate that.
I mean like I had nightmares that I was being pulled apart, eaten, and then re, 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 regurgitated and then put back together, and then same thing over and over again.
Damn.
Ooh. Yeah, when I
That's
woke up,
creepy.
when I woke up, I was in cold sweats, and I thought I was covered in saliva.
Damn. Mhm. Got that right.
I mean, it was pretty jacked up. Don't get me wrong. Uh,
Yup. Got that right.
okay, come on, come on.
He's still trying to find the show, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he said give him a minute. He might know what we're talking about. He just said give him a minute. He'll probably give us the name.
Okay.
Um, but in the meantime, while we're waiting for that, let's move on. There was one anime I did see that they should redo. If you guys seen oh yeah, I'm not bringing that anime up. But I guess I should. But if you guys seen Heaven's Lost Property, now that was a good anime because it's got
Mhm.
a good storyline to it. But the problem with it is, like I said, it's got a lot of adult humor. Is what I'm getting at.
Mhm.
Okay, I got a bloodthirsty. Nice. Um, but if you guys don't know the story, pretty much, basically it's just a typical run of the mill, kind of like deers. Different species. Oh, he said it's called Blood Sea.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, the scene we was talking about, the anime that should not continue, guys, it's called Blood Sea, and I think I remembered one thing where they had a stone tiger-looking thing eat a girl before. I think that was the scene I saw that from. If you, like I said, if you guys got a very sensitive stomach, I wouldn't recommend you watch Blood Sea, cause there are some pretty messed up things. Once you see, you'll wish you done see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Other than that, but let's get back to what I was saying. Heaven's Lost Property is what I was talking about. Now, first off, guys, this is gonna match the same thing as kind of like Deers or Sekirei. Basically, it's one of those. Thanks, Red Wolf. But but like I was saying, but Heaven's Lost Property is kind of like those one of those harem animes. Basically, a different being comes crashing to Earth, kind of like it kind of has the same plot as Deers. If you guys heard the Deers explanation, then good. But it's kind of has the same plot as Deers, uh, and it also kind of has the same plot as Sekirei, kind of. But you know, it basically has the same formula. Guy finds girl, pretty much, you know, pretty much escalates and gets out of control. Now,
Mm-hmm.
with Heaven's Lost Property, they did a second season. Uh, I don't know what's up with my fingers there. They did a second season, and I did see clips of it. I never got to sit down and watch the whole anime, but I did thought the anime style was good, except for some scenes, which I sorry if you see me going redder than a fire truck. Like I said, there are some scenes in there that I don't want to bring up, highly inappropriate. So, and I think I brought up enough inappropriate stuff on this stream. So, like I said, you know, gotta be careful with that. Um, oh, my back. However, what I thought about the when I first saw Heaven's Lost Property, like I did see like clips of it, and I did see like some of the stuff about it. I would have to admit it was pretty good, like the art style, um, and the storyline, like how they had the storyline and such, which was pretty good. I'm not gonna deny it there. Even though there was some adult humor, like I said, in Deers and Sekirei, they did have some adult sense of humor. Do I recommend it? It should be watched. Yes, but it fits in those categories that you should watch. It should it fits in those categories on stuff you shouldn't watch when your parents are not home or your parents are not in the same living area. Because, like I said, the animes that I did bring up that shouldn't be watched within those regions. Um, Let me bring those back up. Deers, Sekirei, Prison School, Rosario Vampire, and uh, the one we're just talking about, Heaven's Lost Property. Because, like I said, I'll tell you guys the incident about a buddy of mine. It was really bad, so you know, it's all right, Red Wolf. Like I said, we're open to talk about it. We're just gonna take it one convo topic at a time. Um, However, but Heaven's Lost Property, I gotta admit, it's one of those animes that you should watch when you're alone or when you're you know home alone or you're in your room, cause you know because it fits under the categories of what you shouldn't watch, especially with a legal guardian, parent, or anything like that around. Uh, because as I said, some of these animes contain TVMA. They contain adult sense of humor. And basically, some animes are harem based. And if you guys don't know what the term of a harem is, it's basically when you have one male surrounded by females. I may as well throw that out there if you guys never heard of the term harem. Now they did use it in like old cartoons, like Bugs Bunny. They used it in, I think they used it in other cartoons as well, like Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny, um, some of the Tex Avery shows. But you know, like I
And
said,
Chuck Jones. Yeah.
yeah, and Chuck Jones. Uh, However, like I said, if you guys watch Heaven Lost Property, like I said, make sure you're home alone, or make sure you're in a room alone. Because if you have a parent that's overprotective, or you know, then it would be best if you watch this type of anime alone. Because like I said, there's some adult sense of humor. There's all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, but I think it would be better if we knew the English version there, Red Wolf, because, like I said, with that, it would be kind of confusing. Cause like if you don't got people that can type Japanese or even understand Japanese, then they wouldn't be able to get it, you know. But still, but however, Heaven's Lost Property, I know they did a season 2 of it. Like I said, I will have to rewatch the series. On top of that, I'll have to watch. Okay, all right, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know. But as I was saying though, but like I said, I will have to rewatch the series from scratch, even though I'll have to get through the first episode again. Which I am glad my sister never found out about that one. Cause
Dang.
no, because I'll tell you, when I first watched Heaven's Lost Property, this was way back when she was married to her ex-husband. I watched Heaven's Lost Property, and I'm surprised my little nieces and nephews never found it because it was on my ex brother-in-law's Netflix history.
Damn.
If he would, if you know, if they would have found out about that one, oh dear Lord, I would have probably been dead meat or
Yeah.
USDA choice dead meat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, and I appreciate that. So, as I said before, Heaven's Lost Property, I would say is a pretty good anime. I mean, I have seen some clips about it. They do crack some adult sense of humor. They do all kinds of stuff, and there are some etchy, some stuff like that. Um, but as I said before, it would be best you watch these alone in your room. Again, we'll go over the list, and I will tell you guys at the end of the podcast. I will tell you guys what animes would be safe to watch out, like out in the living space. Others you should watch when you're by yourself or alone. So, Heaven's Lost Property. That topic, we are. I hope I spelled property right, because I always have a tendency of misspelling stuff. Okay, there we go. Property. Okay. Okay, so we're diving into 14. And 14, Red Wolf just brought this to my attention. He said they should bring back Digimon, or he said they're bringing back Digimon. Now, to be honest with you guys, yeah, I know, dude, but I'm saying like if there are people that are younger than that age, if they're gonna watch this type of anime, they need to watch it alone. You know, like in a separate room where parents won't be.
Dang.
Okay. Oh, and Red Wolf brought this to my attention, but they are bringing back Digimon. Now, if you guys never watched Digimon, I used to grow up with this, but a Digimon, and I can give you the premise of the story. It's about 6 kids who are chosen to protect
It was
a.
7 actually.
Well, there were originally 6 before 7.
Why is that?
Because they in the very first season, like the very first episode, they showed the 6. Nice, season
Okay.
5, because you had in the very first season, you had Tai, Matt, Sora, TK, uh, Tai, Matt, Sora, TK, Izzy, and Joe. So you had 6 kids,
Yeah.
but they wound up being chosen to protect the digital world and meet their Digimon partners. Now,
Mhm.
now why there's 7 is because later in the series they throw that curveball in, which I'm gonna bring this up before I forget.
But season 2 is 8 though.
What?
But season 2 or 3 of Digimon is 8 now.
Well, could you stop trying to confuse me for a minute here? I'm trying to remember something. But
What's that?
I'm trying to remember it because they just talked about this on YouTube.
Because you
Um,
got Tai's sister, makes it
yeah,
8.
yeah. But put it this way, they actually, but how it originally was, there were 6 Digidestins before and I'm sorry to confuse you guys here, but there were 6 Digidestins. Like when they started this first season, there were 6 Digidestins, which was Tai, Matt, Sora, TK, Mimi, and Joe.
Mhm.
So when the season progressed, I'm guessing when they got farther in, they introduced us to Tai's sister when they go back to the human world. Now, I'm going to bring this up here for a minute because I think you guys need to know about this point blank. But I was doing research about that episode, and some people say that was supposed to be a. I don't know how to explain it, but um, well, let's put it this way: it's supposed to be one of those forbidden love episodes. You know what I'm talking about, Brand?
Yes.
If you guys never heard of a forbidden love kind of thing, um, basically what I mean is like how do I explain this? It's like mm, basically it's like a sort of I don't know how to explain this. Um, basically it's kind of like uh okay, I think I know the best way to describe it. Um, okay. Mm, I don't know how to explain it. I honestly don't at this point. Let's just put it. Let's just say they did a forbidden love thing that shouldn't be. That's as far as I'm gonna say right there.
Mhm.
Because I'm sorry guys, I don't mean to leave you dangling on a hook in the middle of a pond, but with a bunch of piranhas. But that's as best as I can explain it. Um, they made a movie back in 2015. Yeah, actually, I did see that movie out on DVD. Now that you mention it, but
Mhm.
yeah, but basically, what I was saying though is that in one episode they did a they say that that episode's supposed to be like a forbidden love scene between Koromon, Kari, and Tai,
Yeah.
and basically when I heard about that, I thought, okay, no, no, they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't do that. And I thought that was complete and utter, someone probably loaded a bowl full of reefer and then just lit it up. That's what I thought for a minute.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Yep.
but when it came to the US, they edited that out, so basically it's not that way. So, in the Japanese version, it was kind of that way. but in the English dub version, it wasn't that way. So, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because then people would have taken it the wrong way, and you would have, and it would have been like the whole.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like with the whole video game scenario in the past, you would have had soccer moms raging out the rear end.
Yeah.
It's called Digimon Adventure Try One. Sakai for the viewers. Okay. All right. But anyway, I just got informed, guys, that the new season. My buddy Red Wolf just told me that they're coming out with a new season of Digimon. Now, if you grew up with
Yeah.
Digimon, yeah, then if you guys grew up with Digimon, then you guys should know it by heart. Like, as in, you should know the first season all the way up to Data Squad. Um, well, he just said that they're coming out with a. It's called Digimon Adventure Try One. So, oh wait, what anime were we on? Okay, no, we talked about Heaven's Lost Property. We're talking about Digimon. Um, However, like I said, Digimon is a pretty good anime. Um, but also is Pokemon. You know,
Yes.
but let's. I'm gonna break something down here for a minute. Some people say Digimon ripped off Pokemon, but there's a
That's
few.
true. That's
No,
true. Because
no, that's
Pokemon was first, though.
well, yeah, Pokemon was first,
Before, though. Before. Back
but yeah,
then, yeah.
but they change it up. So like instead of it calling them evolution, they call it Digivolution. And so they didn't really steal from Digimon. I mean, even though some people say like Agumon could look like Pikachu or something like that, but they didn't really steal from Pokemon.
Yep.
Even though people can make those claims a lot,
Yep.
but so. But like I was saying, guys, I'm not trying to start an argument here. I'm just saying that they didn't steal from Pokemon. Ah, got
Nope.
a little.
They didn't.
They but they did. But Digimon did make it a little bit cooler. I mean, like, I'm not saying Pokemon wasn't cool, but they did modify it a bit. Or
Mm-hmm.
as the quote from season 3, they Digi-modified it. Yeah, I know. If you're not an anime fan and you don't get the joke, sorry about that. Uh,
True.
but as I was saying though, but I may check out the new season of Digimon 2. Like I said, I might check it out. I mean, there's animes I still need to get caught back on the mix about, and
Yep.
I actually need to get back into a new season of something, but I'm not gonna bring that up until I hit the back burner.
Yep.
So that being said, Digimon has been continuing strong in Japan. They've been continuing strong here. And if you guys didn't know, what did I do with that? Ow. I know I put it in here somewhere. Yup. Of course, my games are all jacked up.
Dang.
Give me a minute. No. Oh, there it is. If you guys are fans of Digimon, they do have these games out: Digimon Cyber Squad and Digimon. They're doing
Next world.
yeah, Next World Order. So, like I said, if I
They're gonna make
do,
a third one next year, and the third one's gonna come out next year.
I know. But so if I do those games, I'll probably do them on Twitch. Because like I said, with YouTube, it's certain games you can't do because, like, some of them will do the whole thing where it'll do like the video telling the story, and then you'll get
Mm-hmm.
a copyright claim. So so some stuff I might actually do on Twitch. If you guys want to watch that, then that's one thing.
Yep. Twitch would be the best site. Twitch would be the best app to do it, though.
Yeah, but they don't save your videos though.
Yes, which just sucks, though. That's the only
Well,
part that sucks.
Yeah, but we'll bring that up in another topic. But anyway, so
Okay, okay.
like I was saying, Digimon is a good anime. It's been continuing strong,
Yep.
and it's under
One Pokemon.
like Pokemon. It's been strong with the movies, the franchise, and everything. So you know,
Yep.
okay.
And Yu-Gi-Oh's another one though. Yu-Gi-Oh will be another one.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh was definitely a good one.
Yep.
Uh,
Which is only on the sixth series though.
you mean yeah? Because I even got all the well, I don't have all the movies. I need to find the Dark Dimension one.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay. Another anime we should talk about. I know I brought up Girls
Let's
Bravo.
see.
No, Girls Bravo. That's another one. Now, as I said, guys, we will go over the list. I will tell you guys what animes are safe to watch watch out in the living room with your folks, but and what animes should be watched like separate, like way alone. But Girls Bravo, I would have to say that was a good anime, except like I said, again, it hits like some adult jokes that some people will not get. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna get into specific adult jokes. There should be like memes and stuff about it, but other than that, I mean, it was a good anime, even though there was like some twisted about it. Um, but from what I can explain about the anime, um, it's about a middle schooler who has a condition. Whenever a girl touches him, he breaks out in like a rash. You know, it's like if you have a certain condition, like you can't eat certain foods or you can't, do certain activities, you break out in a skin rash. It's kind of like that. But he meets this one girl that when she touches him, nothing happens. Okay? Now, I'm not gonna break it down completely or give you guys the whole enchilada of the story, but as I said before, it is a good anime. Like I said, it's under the TVMA table, but if you guys want to check it out, as I said, it is a good anime. Uh, so, okay. Uh, but should they get a second season? I would say yes, they should. Because they did leave us with a good cliffhanger. They left us with a good storyline, and with how they've been on the storyline for that one, I would say it was fantastic.
Mhm.
And, I'm not trying to copy a French person when I say fantastique, I'm just saying
Yeah, I
it
know
was,
you're not.
yeah. But, um, should they continue with the second season? Yes, they should. Um, but another anime that I'm gonna bring up, and this one, if you all heard of it, you would know that this is also another one of the labeled ones. Panty and stockings with garterbelt. Yeah, I actually did. We're gonna be doing that in another topic another time, dude. Um, okay. Uh,
Be right back, buddy.
give me 1 second.
You sure? You sure? You sure? You sure? Yeah, I know. Forgive me. Forgive me. Sorry, baby. It's just my friend needs help. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, baby. My friend needs my help. Sorry, baby. Oh, okay. Sorry, baby. My baby. My friend. Sorry, baby. Fanboy really needs my anime gamer fanboy. My help. Really needs my help. Sorry, baby. Anime gamer fanboy really needs my help.
uh, Sorry about that, guys. Bit of a technical difficulty.
Everything okay, man?
Uh, yeah, family.
Ouch.
No kidding. Uh, but before that interruption, sorry about the gestures, guys. Like I said, family came in the room, starting trouble. Uh, Anywho, where was I? Oh yeah, panty and stockings with garterbelt. Now, I can give you guys the premise about this anime. Um, it's a pretty much an anime about angels
Mm-hmm.
who, and they use what they wear as weapons. Now, it is a, again, hitting this high note, it is a TVMA anime, and it is completely, like, full of adult jokes. On the good side, it did give a good season finale. Should it go into season 2? I think it should, because they never really did explain about what happened to their counterparts.
Yeah. Huh.
So, should they get a season 2? I would say pretty much yes, they should. Okay, so put that down as done and talked about. All right, so anime number 17. What other anime should we talk about? I need to think this through. Um, oh, an anime they should bring back. Um, Now this one was on way when I was a kid, but they should bring back medabots.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you guys never heard of medabots, you should check that out. Um, but basically, it was a Japanese anime that would show on.
I'll be right back, man.
All right, but it would be shown like on. It would be showed. Uh, it would be showed like on Fox Kids or another type of yeah. And I used to watch it every day after school. So if you guys haven't seen Medabots, I would recommend you look that up. The storyline's good. There's a lot of interesting battles. I mean, like me and a buddy of mine, we would always like pick a gamble. Like we would watch Medabots and we would gamble like not cash, but like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff like that. But we would always make a gamble, and depending on the stats of the robot, you always make a gamble on the stats. However, should it continue? Yes, because like I said, with Medabots, it was always a classic. So, uh, okay. Uh, let's see, Medabots. Okay, so 18. Oh, the next and last anime we're going to be talking about for the 3 hour mark um, is Monster Musume, Everyday Life with Monster Girls. Okay, that anime just came out recently. Um, I did see a few clips of it. I never actually got to sit down and watch the episode of it, but from what I gathered from the clips is basically it's a story a about well, pretty much monsters and humans living in perfect harmony. However, if the rules state if the monster didn't have a host family, then they would have to be deported back to where they belong. Now, first off, that brings up like heavy subjects there. I mean, and again, like I said, I'll before the end of this, I will list hmm, but but yeah, but like I said, I will bring up what animes should be safe to watch in the like in the living room when family's around, but what animes should be watched alone due to some stuff. But but I was as I was saying, but Monster Musume or Everyday Life with Monster Girls. I did see like a couple clips of it. Um, it does have a little bit of adult sense of humor, but it's also one of them harem rich animes. You know, like same thing like with Sekirei, Girls Revo, and Deers. And again, a bit botching on the subject here is that it was it's pretty good, even though some of the episodes are kind of crazy. I mean, you got some monsters that kind of what you would see in a monster anime, but you got monsters that you've only read like on certain comics. I'm not gonna state on what ones, but if you watch the anime, I would recommend you, like I said, I would recommend you watch it alone, separate from anyone in your household, and just be sure to not get busted. Okay, that's the one thing I would recommend. So let's see. Okay, so the next anime we'll talk about, uh, and there's two of these. Well, not really two of these, but there is one of each that we'll talk about. But when Brand gets back, he'll help me out with this one. We will talk about Soul Eater. Now, Soul Eater, I would have to say, was a really good anime. Even though they did the whole thing where, with some animes, they tell separate stories of each individual character. But, again, they want us to know about each character. Like with some animes, they tell us each individual story of certain characters that you would want to know about. So, again, there are some. Again, with this anime, there's some like jokes in it that are a little inappropriate, but you'll get it right. You'll get it. You'll probably get it like a nail on the head when you watch it. But as I said, I don't condone some animes for younger viewers that are rated TVMA. Now, if you're 17 and up, then yeah, I'll recommend it. But if you're younger than 17, I would recommend until you know
I'm back.
about welcome back. But until you're over the age of until you're at the age of 17 or over, then I would recommend you waiting on those certain animes. But the animes I do recommend, I would say you start with first just to get into. But Soul Eater pretty much had a good storyline, a good plot to it, a great season finale. Should they continue? I would say yes, because like I said, after the season finale, they never even told us what happened to the characters, or they never bring up what happens. And there are animes that actually do that. Like they won't tell what happened to their main characters. They won't tell. They would they just end the season off a good note, and then they just allow it to continue on. So
Yep.
again, Soul Eater, good anime. I would recommend it. Uh, it should get a second season, and then it should get on more seasons than just one.
Yep.
And then the last anime we'll talk about, and then for the next 28 minutes or so, I will discuss about what animes will be safe to watch in the living area and what animes should be safe to watch when you're on your alone time. Uh, but I will bring up this anime. It is called Soul Eater Not. Basically, it's like the next story, basically,
So
but
either what?
like based off the original. Like, but they did tell us the main characters
So either
are
not.
Soul Eater Not. Yeah,
Oh, it's the second part of so either.
yeah,
Oh, okay, that.
exactly. But what I meant by the one part of Soul Eater is that they never told us about what happened to the main characters, like if they graduated or vice versa. That's why I think they should get a second season to explain more details of that of Soul Eater.
Mhm.
So Soul Eater Not um, just tells a story about new weapons and new meisters that come to the academy. Now, I'll admit they did give us a curveball there with some of the characters, but it was also really interesting because like you meet new characters, they give you a new adventure, but they also give you a new storyline. And then they bring back, and in that one they bring back the old characters. So what I would highly recommend is if you watch Soul Eater first and then Soul Eater Not, then you would understand on that one. So, and my judgment, does Soul Eater need not need a second season? I would say yes, because like I said, like with Soul Eater, they gave us a good evaluation, like a good clean story, you know. So,
Mhm. Got that right.
okay. All right. So, all right guys, so we went over 20 animes in this podcast. Um
Yep. And they also need to bring back Zatch Bell too,
yeah, Zatch Bell, that one was also pretty good. So,
and Wave Masters.
yes, Zatch Bell, well, let's actually talk about those for a minute. Zatch Bell, I actually thought was pretty good, except
Yeah.
how they brought the two main characters together was kind of twisted.
Mhm.
I mean, if you guys watched Zatch Bell, um, how they bring the two main characters together. When you watch the very first episode, it was kind of jacked up, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Okay, but should they bring it back and continue the series? Yes, because I used to watch Zatch Bell all the time, and it was actually a pretty good anime. Like, I mean,
Yes, I
like,
know.
it was one of those animes that were kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's got a lot of battles, it's got a lot of creativity, and it pushes out there giving you viewers like, okay, it teaches you the
Hmm.
bits and pieces. What's going on, Cool Gamer Soto?
Yes, I know. Got that right.
Um, yeah. So, let's see. So,
Dang it. I lost.
I, I didn't hit K. I hit the L. Satch Bell. Uh, okay, and you said Rave Master.
Wave Masters, yes.
Okay, and I've heard about that one. I never actually got a chance to watch it, but I know it was like one of those sword animes.
Yes. Beautiful. And outro is beautiful too.
Intro and intro, yeah.
And you can rave. Doubt it.
Okay, okay, but yeah, but Rave Master. I think I've seen one or two episodes of it. Pretty much. I did thought some of the intro was pretty good. I did thought some of the anime was pretty good.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know, man.
yeah, but
In friends.
should they bring it back and continue the series? I would say yes, and then work its way into other seasons like other animes.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so Rave Master.
What else?
Eh.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
well
bo
yeah.
bo 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 bo.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I could type all that one without even knowing how to spell it though. But
Yep,
but
true.
but yes, if you but I'll try. But if you guys seen bobobobobo, uh, that anime was kind of goofy, but it was also kind of funny.
Yes, got that right. Along with Ultimate Muscle.
Well, yeah, true. But like I said, let's take this one step at a time. But
Sure, take your time.
yeah. But the anime bobobobobo, it's a long name to say. Was
Yes, it's
is a
hard.
Yeah, is a pretty good anime. I mean, like it's decent. It's kind of crazy, but basically it's like a martial arts kind of anime but people fight with hair.
Yeah.
Now, the main character fights with nose hair,
Yeah.
and and basically, even though it's an all hair fighting anime, it's kind of like still got a little bit of martial arts style, but it's not. It's just like basically one of those animes that's got all comedy skits, all martial arts stuff. But to be fair on it,
Yep.
it was pretty good. So should it get a second season? Yeah, it should. I mean, because a lot of cool animes definitely need to try to get back on the horse about that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so we talked about
That. Bo 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 bo. We talked about that.
yeah,
And now
bubble
Ultimate
bow,
Muscle.
bow, 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 bow. Okay, okay. Uh, yeah. Um, the next anime we should talk about is Card Captors. Now,
Oh, yeah.
okay, and we'll talk about Ultimate Muscle.
Okay.
Uh, okay, but Card Captors, or in the Japanese version, it's Card Captors Sakura. Now, if you guys never heard of Card Captors, this anime was like the basic. Like it was like the basic before Yu-Gi-Oh even started.
Yes.
Now, if you guys don't, if you guys seen Card Captors or Card Captor Sakura, it's basically a pretty adventurous anime. While it is true, you do see some funny stuff in there, but basically throughout the whole series, it's just like a whole magic thing. But to be fair, but basically, it's about a girl named Sakura or Sakura, however you want to pronounce it. She goes down into her
Hmm.
dad's study and finds a book, and this book is called the Clow. But she accidentally somehow releases it and releases Clow cards along with the Guardian of the Clow, and she has to work
Hmm.
and she has to work hard to get these cards back. Now, to be fair, some of these cards they were pretty much cool, and it depended on what card you were looking for. And I mean, like they had some cards that were kind of hard to understand, but it was pretty funny.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, should it continue? Yes. And should it get a second season? I would say definitely. Okay, so card captors. Okay. Uh, and then we'll talk about Ultimate Muscle.
Hmm.
Which if you guys never heard about it, basically it's an all wrestling cartoon or anime from Japan, but it was based off of the 80s cartoon of the Japanese version, which was called Kamiku Man.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but I'm just giving the viewers a little history here.
Hmm.
So basically, they made an anime called Ultimate Muscle, which is based around King Muscle's son. Now, the anime, I have to admit, was it's kind of one of those animes where it's kind of like, okay, you know, you got the main character who's supposed to be the protege of the father, which, not gonna lie, it was pretty good, but but when they did the start, it was kind of ridiculous. But when it got farther into the series, it was like, okay, you know what? It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, but however, should they continue? Should they bring it back? Yeah. And should they continue on with the series? Very much so.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay. Um, let me see
And
this.
what else?
Well, actually, I gotta call it because, like I said, family.
Okay, there's
Um,
one more though. There's one more.
okay. One more.
Yeah, Toriko.
Yeah, Toriko. Yeah, I remember that one. Um, that anime, I think I've heard about it. Um, yeah, I know we talked about it yesterday. The guy that uses
Yeah.
the fork and knives martial arts.
Yeah, from the creators of Dragon Ball Z and One Piece.
Yeah, I don't think they made a dub of it though.
They did a few episodes in dub. Few. Only like 4 episodes in dub.
Yeah, true, true.
And the rest is in sub.
Yeah, so I think they definitely need to bring it back in sub so that way they get that or dub so that way everybody can enjoy it pretty much.
Yeah, both versions.
Mhm.
Yeah, cause the manga version went further and it ended.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, got that right.
All right. So we talk. Yeah. And I did see some clips in the English dub, which wasn't that bad, you know, and it is from the same creators of Dragon Ball Z through,
And One
or
Piece.
yeah, well, from the creators of Dragon Ball all the way up to Dragon Ball Z, Super to One Piece.
Yep.
So, do I think they need to continue on with the series for that one? Yep. And
Ye-
they need to try to get farther into the English sub version or the English dub version.
Yeah, I got that right. I only watched 15 episodes of that show, and it's not bad. But he can't beat Goku. Never.
Yeah, because we've seen the one where they did the whole thing where all the characters pretty much have a rumba.
Yeah, true. And he reminds you of Goku too.
Okay, so 26
And also he kind of reminds you of the main character from Fist of North Star and JoJo's
Bizarre
Bizarre
Circus.
Adventure.
Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Doesn't he remind you those two? Doesn't he?
Yeah. All right. Before I get off here, guys, I said I would tell you guys what would be safe to watch, like if you're in a living room with family, and what would be not safe to watch.
But Toriko
Um,
is funny though.
yeah, but
He's kind of like those two. Kind of like the Fist of North Star characters, but funny though.
yeah, but like what I was saying though, guys. As I was saying, I am gonna explain to you guys what anime you should not watch around with your parents. Other animes you should. The animes you shouldn't watch with your parents around. Um, is Deers, Sekirei, Prison School, Rosario Vampire, uh, Heaven's Lost Property, Girls Bravo, Panty and Stockings with Garterbelt, and Monster Musume, Everyday Life with Monster Girls.
Hmm.
The other animes that we talked about, um, you guys should be okay as long as nothing too inappropriate pops up. Because, like I said, because this happened with a buddy of mine um, a while back. He was watching an anime that, you know, was TVMA. And he was eating stuff with whipped cream. You know, like he was eating like dessert, like ice cream and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Well, what ended up happening was he spilled like his ice cream. Like he didn't spill all of it. Like he got down to the whipped cream, but he spilled the whipped cream on the middle of his pants.
Oh dang.
Yeah, and his parents were having a misunderstanding about that one. So yeah, he had to
That's
go.
not good.
Well, no, what he ended up doing was he ended up going through the whole lecture, like the birds and the bees lecture again. Only
Mm,
they
damn.
only they were a bit more specific.
Mm.
So yeah, when he came to school the next day, he was as pale as a ghost, and he did not want to talk. So, and when I finally got the truth out of him, he told me what happened. It was kind of funny, but it was not really, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it was funny because parents can make quite the assumptions, especially when you spill like whipped cream or anything on the middle area of your pants.
Yep.
But however, if you guys want to get into a topic about that one, like I said, we'll make up a different topic, like with types of misunderstandings parents can make. But
Yep.
but just to review the list, animes you
Yep.
should yeah,
And they still continue with Gundam too. Still continuing Gundam.
yeah, they're still continuing Gundam, but like I said, animes that are continuing strong and high shouldn't be brought up.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
But they need
Uh,
to continue with Inuyasha though. Still.
yeah, that's true. I mean, because they did I think they did the final act. You know, I think they
Yes, they
did the
did.
which I had to admit though, the final act was romantic. I mean, like they literally threw that in there. Like I was stunned.
Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, but Full Metal Alchemist, don't worry about that. They don't need to continue Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, they don't need to do that.
Yep.
Alright, but yeah, guys, after I finish this match, I might just stop the live streaming. I might actually just play some games and chill. Or I might do another live stream, depending if I can keep it down. Because, like I said, the reason for those gestures is because my mom came in because she said I was being too loud, and I'm trying my best to keep it down as best I can. Of course, I have one of those loud voices, you know. But
Dang.
so even if I do keep it down, it sounds like my voice echoes through the house pretty much.
Okay.
So I either need to work on trying to keep my voice down, or I'm probably going to need to go to a doctor's office and see if I can get my vocal cords lowered. I don't know which would work, but
Hmm.
I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired, like, if I'm doing a live stream or something, she always comes in, says I'm being too loud, and I tell her I'm trying to keep it down, and then she says you're not trying, and blah, 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 blah. So basically, you know, it's one of those things. Uh, but yeah, sorry about that, guys. I shouldn't have brought that up. Um, as I was saying, um, if you guys want to check out the animes, I've listed them in the description. Like, I just listed the names. So, that's all I'm gonna do. I mean, like I said, I just listed the names of the recommendations. So, if you guys watch this video and be like, oh, okay, you know, I want to check these out, all the names are listed. However, as I said, so you don't go through any misunderstandings, be sure to check through the animes first. If they're labeled TVMA, or they're or the second thing I could recommend you do is I would watch the I would watch the WatchMojos.com thing of top 10 animes you shouldn't watch with parents around, or I think that's what it was called. But they'll tell you some animes that you shouldn't watch with parents around. I told you basically some of the animes I know. I mean, I did bring up some they listed, but you know, so.
Hmm.
But I did bring up some that they listed, but I also brought up some that they didn't. So, and like I said, some the reason why they listed this is because some of those animes have adult themes, adult jokes,
Yep.
ecchi, like, you know, like if like in some animes they bring up if like well, just an example, like if like a gust of wind blows through or something, and like females wearing school uniform skirts are blowing through, then you know they'll show that kind of stuff. So um,
Hmm.
yeah, but um, anyway, guys. So like I was saying, I need to close out here because, like I said, I don't want to get in hot water. Um, I will possibly do a, podcast, or I will possibly do a live stream tomorrow. Um, for the animes I haven't seen, which was Black Blood Brothers, Angelic Layer, and I forget what others I brought up that I haven't seen. I will try to get into those. I will try to watch through those, give my honest opinion during the podcast. As I said before, guys, I am. It's going to take me some time, but I will try my best. And again, I apologize for the gestures. I'm gonna try to get some locks on my doors or something, or try to barricade my doors so next time I'm doing a live stream I don't get interrupted. But
Okay.
yeah. But other than that, I need to get off here. So what I will do is I'll try to do one more match for you guys, and then after that I will get off here so that way I can either try to chill out for tonight or I could possibly, try to take it easy. Because, like I said, for my one gun, I'm going to try to get the last bloodthirsty. uh,
Hmm.
so, hey, I gotta find another place to put these games.
Yeah, you better hurry with that rat smasher. It won't get disconnected.
It probably won't this time.
Yeah, better not. That's a lot of hard work, man.
I know, I know. Uh, but yeah, I'll just keep talking.
Okay.
Ah, shoot. But but yeah, I can tell you guys a couple incidences where my buddy got into a bit of a misunderstanding. Um, the first one understanding was with his girlfriend. She's an anime fan, but she's one of those types where if he's watching something, she is like a parent. She'll make an assumption, try to get it out of him. So, you know, but basically, he was watching an anime that was TVMA, and you know, like I said with the previous story, he was eating ice cream with whipped cream and stuff, and he pretty much had the same incident. And
Dang.
by the same incident, I mean like he spilled like whipped cream and stuff on the part of his pants, and she thought pretty much it was something else,
Mhm.
and so oh, please tell me I got my blood got my gun cold, nice. But but basically though she reprimanded him, but it turns out she had security cameras in the house at the time. But she felt bad because she found out the truth about what happened. Pretty much, looked through the uh, she looked through the security footage, and then she thought, okay, I think I should give him the benefit of the doubt. So she looks over the security footage, and then she finds out the incident. She finds the incident that day, and then she realizes that he was eating ice cream with whipped cream and stuff.
Mhm.
So she makes up to him by doing an apology dinner, which that incident I accidentally walked in on, cause
Yep.
what happened was she decided to cover herself in old dessert stuff. Oh, I mean like she covered herself in old dessert stuff, and my cousin was having a bit of a buffet with that. Well, not my cousin. My why did I say my cousin? My friend is what I meant to say.
What in the world, man?
Yeah, my friend. Yeah, I mean, like while he was eating, I just slammed the door shut and I walked down. You remember War on High School Host Club when the main
Yes.
character sees something and he acts like a robot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much how bad I was.
Dang.
Cause I walked downstairs, I sat down, and then when I talked to my friend's mom, she asked me if I was all right. I was like, I'm fine. I just you know, well, she asked me if I was hungry, and I was like, sure. What's on the menu? She said, well, you just had supper, so how about an ice cream sundae? I was like, do you have any fruit? And
Dang.
she looked at me like, okay, why this sudden appetite change? I was like, I just feel like I would like some fruit tonight. So,
Yep.
yeah, so basically, though, I just literally ate fruit for the whole night. And when my friend came downstairs, like, he told us his girlfriend was in the shower. I was like, okay, you know what? I didn't need to know that, so. And I'm like, okay, and he noticed I was acting weird all night, so I just looked at him and you know, so he said, you know what, dude, let's go out to the movies. I was like, okay, fine. So me, him, and his girlfriend, we went out to the movies, and then he asked me, okay, dude, why you been jumpier than a bag of fleas? I was like, okay, dude, I kind of saw your little thing going on upstairs with the ice cream buffet, and I didn't say nothing because I didn't want to get the holy grail beaten out of me. His girlfriend got flustered, and I was like, look, I won't say a word. Let's just drop it, enjoy the movie, and I'll go home tomorrow. Well, the next day I was packing up to go home.
You spend the night there.
Yeah, and then the next day I packed up to go home, and he pretty much talked me out of it. He said mistakes were made. Stuff happens. I was like, yeah, well, next time you do something like that, put something on the door, like a do not disturb sign, a sock, something that will give me some kind of indentation not to enter the room. Uh, Alright, guys, as you guys saw, I got my
But
Vesper
yeah,
Gold. Oh,
but
well,
yeah,
dude,
they need to bring back High School Host Club though.
yeah,
Still.
yeah. But anyway, guys, I gotta close off here. I already gave you the list of what animes to not watch when you're with family. Um, I appreciate you guys coming in. As you guys can see, I unlocked my L car. I got my Vesper Gold, so I'm gonna be working on my next gun pretty soon. Um, to all you anime fans, gamers, bronies and pegasisters, and furries too, and to all my other viewers, I shall not forget about you. Thank you all for watching. This is Anime Gamer Fanboy logging off. If you're from the
And
UK, if you're from
and
and
Brand
yeah,
Brand X2 YouTube name and Brand Brand 36 PSN name.
uh-huh. So if you guys are from the have a good morning to afternoon. If you're from the US, have a good morning. Keep your troubles on the ice. Keep the ice on on your troubles. And to all you cool cats and gals, thank you all for sticking around. And I will catch you guys next time. And to all you bronies, pegasisters, gamers and furries, and anime fans too, along with the other viewers, I will do another live stream or podcast soon. So this is Anime Gamer Fanboy logging out, and I'll catch you guys soon. Peace out, and keep the troubles on the ice. And I'll catch you guys next time. And catch you guys soon. Anime Gamer Fanboy logging out. Peace.